Yet another mass shooting in Jamaica. 7 shot, 1 fatally in Point Hill, St. Catherine. Hi again and welcome. This is Links 007 TV News Report, and we'll be right back with the full details to come. Welcome to Links 007 TV News Report, providing you with the best in local and international news updates. This is a place where you can get the most reliable and informative news information. Links 007 TV News Report. Welcome back and thanks for joining us. This is Links 007 TV News Report. 7 people were shot, 1 fatally by gunmen in Point Hill, St. Catherine on Wednesday morning. Reports are that at around 2:45 a.m., people in the community were at a wake when gunmen invaded the area and opened gunfire on the crowd. The men then escaped in the area. When the smoke cleared, 7 people were found suffering from what appears to be gunshot wounds. They were rushed to hospital where 1 was pronounced dead and the others admitted for treatment. The attack came 13 days after 17 people were shot in a gun attack in Cherry Tree layer of 4 parts in Clarendon on a Sunday night. 8 of those victims have since died. The brutal attack prompted Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Most Right Honorable Mr. Andrew Holness, to call for the security forces to carry out an all-out assault on criminal elements across the island.
Me run my kitchen, sit down with the others cooking, and we go hear whole heap of barrage a shot. And then me get up and me look down to where the board was. We see everybody running to where I was. And it was just chaos. Right now, like me I walk, but I'm in a daze.
My first reaction, I left from around the back because I heard my sister here, she was screaming and calling for her children and asked where her children was, and we held on to her and said, they are here, they are there, they are there, and they are okay. And when we're there, and I heard somebody come and said to me, called my name, and she said to me, call somebody because my nephew got shot.
The gunmen continued on their rampage. When the shooting subsided, O'Neil Spencer was discovered with what appears to be multiple gunshot wounds. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Mr. Spencer was described as a respectable person.
Quiet young man, me no know if him be in pass all the time and me get. Very respectful young man to me. Me no know if him, me no know.
Chris Martin condemns the deadly shooting at his grandmother's wake. Reggae artist Christopher Chris Martin has spoken out against the deadly violence that marred his grandmother's wake in Point Hill, St. Catherine on Wednesday morning, leaving 1 man dead and several others injured. In a statement posted on his Instagram account on Wednesday, Martin expressed his devastation at the senseless act. My heart is heavy this morning as I reflect on the tragic events that occurred last night at my beloved grandmother's wake, he wrote. Martin's grandmother, a woman he described as having deep faith and endless sacrifice, was said to have also taught him the true meaning of love and community. Continuing, the entertainer said it's devastating to see the violence cast a shadow over what should have been a moment of peace and remembrance. Martin condemned all form of violence and extended his sympathies to the families of those affected. I pray for those involved to come forward and for the community to support the authorities in bringing those to justice. Jamaica must do better. Life is too precious to be consumed by violence. Let's choose peace, he urged. Christopher Martin ended his statement with a call to action using the hashtag put down the guns, hashtag choose life, hashtag honor our legacy. According to information reaching Links 007 TV News, a money dispute among gangsters is behind the Point Hill wake shooting. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security Dr. Harris Chang has given some background to the mass shooting in Point Hill, St. Catherine early Wednesday morning at a wake for recording artist Christopher Martin's grandmother. Mr. Chang said that reports indicated that the Point Hill shooting resulted from an internal gang conflict relative to a dispute over money that was derived from scamming. He further added that indications were that 2 members of a gang were outside the wake, where they saw another gangster with whom they had a dispute. The 2 men are said to have targeted the lone gangster, who sought cover by running into the crowd at the wake, but was fatally cut down by his assailants, with 6 other people being hit during the process.
Very unfortunate incident, and again it raises the sensitivity of the community given what has happened recently, and the police response is what will in fact give reassurance to the community, and they certainly have done major work since morning. They've apprehended and identified several of the individuals. There are 2 there particularly. I think they have 1 out of the 2. This was appeared to have an internal gang operation. In this case, although St. Catherine, they were calling over sharing of scamming money. And the individuals identified going to this big wake, which is, as many are aware now, so I can call the name. It was Chris Martin's grandmother. And when he was seen, 2 of the members were upset with him, went after him. The young man ran into the crowd for protection, but they kept firing at him. He was killed, and then 6 people were injured in the association. In the background, there's some unfortunate events surrounding it, of course, beside that, because Chris Martin going to a wake is going to be a big event, and the police should have been informed. I am told that they were not aware of it until the shooting came about. And I want to use the opportunity to inform the wider society. Cooperation with the police means keeping them informed, not only of breaches of law, but when you're having gatherings and activities, please inform the police. There's fear sometimes that the police may reject an application for a gathering. That is true because the police have ultimate responsibility for public safety. And at times the police have intelligence that would indicate to them that the level of policing needed to protect people at a gathering is too heavy and therefore it should not be held. That's really where the police refuse a permit. Otherwise, they will in fact take steps to deploy policemen in the area and sometimes to work with their promoters to ensure that they have adequate policing in that situation. We know that activities of this sort is a part of our culture. We have no interest, and the police have no interest in disrupting our cultural practices. So, someone like Chris Martin's statue going to a community is going to draw a crowd beside his grandmother. So please, when activities are coming up, inform the police and say we have no interest, I repeat, in disrupting our entertainment and cultural activities. What we want is to have them conducted safely, and the police can only assure you of that when they are aware and are made to know that the activities are coming on.
So did you see
most regrettable activity, but the police is getting good information and are tracking down all the killers.
So the deceased then wasn't attending the wake, he ran into the...
But it was nearby, because it's a small community, so pretty much everybody in the community would be coming out for Chris Martin's grandmother wake, especially knowing that Chris Martin was there. But he was on the periphery, and seeing the perpetrators, he of course recognized them and took off, but rather than seek to escape somewhere safe, I don't know what the structure of the place is like, he ran into the crowd. So that was really how the event unfolded.
Mr. Chang stated that when significant entertainment and cultural events are being planned, the police need to be advised so that security consideration can be factored into the planning process. He said based on information, the police were not aware of the wake on Tuesday night into Wednesday morning until the shooting occurred. Chang said that the police have identified the suspected perpetrators who they have been in search of, with one already taken into custody. This has been Links 007 TV News Report. Thanks for watching.